it's definitely the new Dinjarin feels bad about what happened.
On that, welcome to the Smite Force Chronicles. I'm hoping you're hearing me.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
All right.
A very sultry voice there.
Thank you. Does it feel like maybe I'm a celestial? Maybe a little otherworldly? Awesome. Anyway, let's turn that off. All right. So when we were here last, you guys were, made your way through the mines. You're fighting a bunch of ghosts. That's exciting stuff, I think. I think it's exciting. I got to get my window back up after my update. And aside from a little kerfuffle 2 seconds ago, you notice that the time has stopped moving. It's 10:05 p.m. and it's maintained being 10:05 p.m. for quite some time. And let me bring something exciting up for you. I know you're waiting with bated breath or something. So, if you take a look at your chat window, boom. Well, a familiar shimmer begins to spiral in the air before you, and a swirl, I tells ya, a swirl of snowflakes glittering with golden and crimson light. The wind picks up, even though you're in a mine, with a sudden burst of jingle bells. The swirling now settles to reveal a jolly, rotund figure. There he is. Clad in deep red robes trimmed with white fur. It's Santa Claus. His twinkling eyes and rosy cheeks are just as you remember them from your previous encounters. Were you here last year, Aaron?
Yes, I was.
Yeah. In one, this is I think the third or fourth holiday episode. Anyway, in one gloved hand, he clutches a long candy cane staff, and the other rests his belt as he chuckles warmly. Ho, ho, ho. Takes a step forward, his boots crunching, not on the snow, and be on the, I guess everywhere he goes, there's snow. So, yeah, he's crunching on the snow that he brought in. His jovial demeanor takes on a slightly more serious tone, and he explains a dire situation at the Nakatomi Castle, where hostages are held by mercenaries. Now, with a twinkle in his eye, he entrusts the party with the mission to assist John McLane to save the day.
Yay.
Ho, ho, ho. Well, my favorite adventurers, we meet again, and just in time. I knew I could count on you after all. Who else would help an old man out in a pinch? Now, he strokes his beard thoughtfully, then leans in as if letting you in on a secret. He continues, I wouldn't have come if it wasn't important. You see, an old friend of mine, a guard by the name of John McLane, is a bit of a bind. See, he's at the Nakatomi Castle, where a gang of mercenaries has taken hostages and locked the place down tighter than a gift wrapped with magical steel ribbon. They're after something valuable, something that could spell disaster if it falls into the wrong hands. Boom. Now, he strokes his beard again, places a finger aside of his nose, and smiles. After a pause, he continues. Now, John's a tough nut to crack, sharp as a blade and stubborn as a mule, but even he can't handle this one alone. As luck would have it, I owe him a favor from... Well, let's not get into that. It's a long story involving a sleigh ride gone terribly wrong. So, I'm calling on you to lend him a hand. Now, I know this isn't your first time answering my call, so I trust you know the stakes are high. Boop, boop, boop. Boom. Santa straightens, his voice booming with determination. Now, I've made arrangements for your passage. When you're ready, I'll teleport you to the woods outside the castle. There, you'll meet my man, Argyle. He's a driver, a little unconventional, but trustworthy. He'll get you close to the castle gates. After that, it's up to you to get inside, free the hostages, and help McLane take down the leader of these mercenaries, a nasty fellow by the name of Hans Gruber. Now, his eyes twinkle as he smiles. Now, remember, it's not just about stopping these thieves, it's about saving lives. Oh, and if you can keep the castle intact, the Nakatomi family would really appreciate it. No pressure, of course. Now, he sort of pauses, looking around, and as part of his deal, he's going to stop time in this very moment, and when you are done with his task, he will return you to this very moment, and you can pick up where you left off. Now, the benefit of this is going to be that you're going to come back here with all of your spell slots and all of your health restored, as a bit of a gift from Santa Claus. Unless you all die, in which case, you'll be dead. So, on that note, we end combat, we give you the experience. I'm going to auto-assign it because some people aren't here. To auto-assign it.
Can I ask Santa a question?
And that's where he says, all right, do you guys have any questions about this mission?
For me, it's more on the return. You could kind of see I'm in a slight predicament where right now I'm sort of enveloped by a ghost. When we come back, assuming we live, could I come back in another spot? Maybe, I don't know, just like 5 feet to the left? That's all I really would care for right now, if that's at all possible, Santa.
If you remember that at that moment, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. I appreciate
I noticed that I don't have, or Tyros doesn't have any XP points, or wasn't awarded any.
Why is that?
Are you still in a hole?
it. Rogue.
No, I'm out of the hole. I'm about to. A ghost had started to approach me.
Where is Tyros? Tyros.
I will ping it. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, you're encumbered. That's for sure.
Which we still need to deal with.
How much? We said 2475, right? So I will add 2475 to your character. Do this. Can you add 2475 to 23468 and tell me what that answer is?
1 second.
Someone has enough
2, 3, 4, 6, 8 plus 2, 4, 7, 5. 25943.
Boom. All right.
Sweet, thank you, sir.
You have been updated. Did someone say they have an up to level?
It's probably Stephanos, because
Yeah, I think it would be Stephanos.
Oh yeah,
Seems really
Adam.
close.
Adam has enough to upgrade. That's what he says.
Yeah, because I'm running Stephanos. I already leveled up, so I'm assuming it's her.
Ah, is she a level 6?
I think so. Yeah, so she could go up to level 7. I'm not going to do it. I'll let her do it later.
Yeah. Let's not do that. Yeah, one of the things I had to do before we played is I had built this whole campaign for level 10s, and then realized right before we played that you guys aren't level 10 yet.
We would have definitely not made it.
So that would have been bad. So yeah, I'm going to have to real time scale some of the stuff, but it'll all work out. Anyway, Santa's like, now Argyle can fill you in on some of the details, right?
Just
I've
one
left.
quick question,
Oh, go ahead.
Santa.
Yeah.
This item that you said if they get, it could be really bad. Do we know what it is, or like the size of it, or shape?
We don't know. All we know is that at midnight something horrible is going to happen. So we are. It's a race against the clock. You will arrive at 8:30 p.m.
Oh.
and at midnight something goes down. We're not exactly sure what it is. Now, I've left some gifts with Argyle. He'll clue you in to help you on your journey. And also, my little elf, Doodly Doo. I sent in for some reconnaissance. Doodly Doo has let Argyle, know some of the details. But while doing the reconnaissance, I had Doodly Doo stash various things in Christmas trees. So if you see a decorated Christmas tree, there's a chance there might be some gift from Santa that will help you on your way. So, check out them trees. But at the same time, time's against you. So Santa encourages you to be mindful of the challenges you take on against the goal that you're after. Any more questions?
Do we know at what part of the castle Hans Gruber is in, or with the
Argyle may have that information. All I know was that my friend John McLane was communicating with a cop that had stumbled upon the castle gates and ran into a bit of a kerfuffle. And hence them reaching out to me and me reaching out to you. Now, of course, it's Christmas Eve, so this is the busiest night of the year, or I would go help John as well. But tonight I'm busy dropping off gifts to the good little boys and girls whose parents can afford it. Oh, I'm joking. That's the joke, that the poor kids don't get gifts from Santa for some reason. Yeah. As an aside, I grew up very poor and could never figure out why my rich friends, or my friends who had money, got spectacular gifts, and I did not. And what did Santa have against me? We've created a system that prepares kids for the reality of life. Anyway, ho ho ho. On that note, Santa looks around and says, "Hey man, anything else?"
I think we're ready.
Let's do this.
Well, Santa and John McLane.
McLane, yes. Well, here we go. So, as Santa speaks, the snow begins to swirl around, this time encircling the entire party. Now, the magical energy grows stronger, the air crackling with festive enchantment. Santa raises his candy cane staff, and his voice takes on a magical resonance. Now then, brace yourselves. Argyle will be waiting for you at the other end of this journey. Go with my blessing, and remember, you'll save Christmas tonight. With a dramatic flourish, Santa taps the staff on the ground. The swirling snow begins to envelop you, and in a red flash of green and red light, the cold forest, or the air around you fades away. Now, before the scene completely fades, you swear you hear Santa exclaim, "Yippee Yule! A die-hard holiday adventure awaits." Now, meanwhile, somewhere else, it's 8:30 p.m. and there's a blizzard, and you're running out of time. Somewhere near Flan, in the wintry woods, is a castle with a reluctant hero muttering to himself, "Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs." And you think to yourself, "'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring except us, coming in standard 2x2 cover formation, and if you don't love Die Hard, you will not know all the references I've been making to this movie." So there you go.
Definitely love that.
So on that note, let's see if this rest of this night or this time runs. I wrote this in less than 3 days. So we will see how it works, including...
Did you write it? Or did someone in the 80s write it?
Well, someone in the 80s wrote it, and then I created a narrative, and then ChatGPT helped me round out the dialogue. So yeah, it was all good. So here you are. Now, of course, I will send these out for your desk. Can you guys see this, by the way?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Enjoy the Christmas music. John McLane standing in front of a fiery castle. Yippee-ki-yay. All right, let's get you into the actual game now that you've enjoyed this for a moment. All right, give me a second to acclimate. You guys should be seeing things.
Yes.
All right.
It's a Christmas tree.
Oh, so much. There's probably so many Christmas trees that your OCD is going to kick in. So, you find yourself standing in a dense... Did I do this right? Yes. In a dense, snowy forest near... Oh, no, wait, I forgot something, you guys. I'm so sorry. I skipped ahead. I should not have done that. There's that. Okay. Oh, never mind. I did not skip ahead. See what happens when you don't, you write something and you go right into it. Anyway, nearby, the glow of the warm lanterns flickers as a horse-drawn sleigh approaches you. A cheerful voice calls out, "Yo, you the crew Santa sent? Hop in, name's Argyle, I'm your ride. Let's go save Christmas, huh?" And with that, the adventure begins. Now, side note. Using AI to create images of non-white people is a horribly racist experience. Let me just tell you that the number of Argyles that I generated was probably near 30 before I found one that was not wildly offensive. Just throwing it out there for you.
Did you use Midjourney?
I used Midjourney and I used DALL-E. I tried them both and got similar cultural, we'll just say,
Issues.
yes, a lot of stereotypes.
I had the same problem with Midge.
Yeah, it was interesting. I figured it out, but but this is the least racist version I could get. So, he either looked like a buffoon, like with the permanent Eddie Murphy face, where Eddie Murphy looks all surprised when he was younger, or a drug dealing thug. Like those were the two options I basically had every single time, and so they need to work on cultural issues. Anyway, as the sleigh glides through the forest, the sound of hooves crunching the snow, the air, the trees, heavy with snow, create a tunnel of white and green, while cold air nips at your cheeks. Argyle's jovial demeanor keeps the spirits high as the castle looms closer. Now Argyle's like, Santa's a real trip. He left a few things under the seat for you, and he said it might come in handy. And with a large smile, Argyle clarifies, now if I'm being honest, he said they might come in candy, but I'm not getting paid enough to make jokes like that, so, they're under your seat. So, under your seat is 1 Santa's bag of tricks, 3 Santa's technical sacks, no jokes please, a blue ornament, or some blue ornaments of shrapnel cheer, red ornaments of festive containment, green ornaments of festive fog, and gold ornaments of holiday havoc. So, the question is, who's going to carry Santa's bag of tricks?
I would offer it to Toph or Dinjarin right now, as Tyros does have to leave in an hour.
How heavy is it? Can we tell, like, the weight of it?
It does not weigh a thing. It's a magical bag from Santa.
Oh.
And it contains...
Okay.
So let me tell you what it does, though. So if you reach inside the bag, it'll reveal a small fuzzy object. It weighs roughly about a half pound in real life. Now you can use any action to pull a fuzzy object from the bag and throw it up to 20 feet. When it lands, it transforms into a creature that you determine by rolling a d8 and consulting the table below. So it could turn into a rat, an owl, a mastiff, a goat, a giant boar, a lion, or a brown bear.
That's so cool.
Right? So they get progressively more badass as you go up, right? Although it would be quite funny to see you guys throw a fuzzy object at someone and it just turns into a rat.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
Yep.
How many fuzzy objects are there? Just one?
Person changes into, like, if we throw it at a person, the person changes?
No, the object changes. So the fuzzy thing morphs into whatever the creature is.
Okay.
How many charges does it have? Do I know?
Once per dawn. Oh wait, 3. I'm sorry, 3 times per dawn for long rest, basically.
Okay. So probably just 3 times during this.
3 times. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 times because you're not midnight. It all goes south anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right. So who would like that?
I'll go to Toph.
All right. If you look in your inventory, please verify that you now see Santa's bag of tricks.
Yay!
And how many furry things in that bag? Just one?
Yeah, well, every time, it's like when you put your hand in, you automatically will find a furry thing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep. All right. In Santa's tactical sack, you will have you'll get a couple of blue ornaments of shrapnel cheer, red ornaments of festive containment, a couple of oranges. Yeah, good stuff. So there's 3 of those.
3 of the tactical bags.
Yep.
I could take one of those. I'll take one of those.
I'll take one of those.
All right, give me 1 second.
The other to Stephanos.
All right, Dinjarin, you're getting a bag's tactical sack, and it can be used as a normal sack whenever you want. You can put other stuff in it. It's just it's going to show up in your inventory as a container. So look at it's not going to be an inventory item. It's going to be in a container.
Okay, there it is.
All right. That was one, and it was Tyros? Was that the other person?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, Tyros, tactical sack coming your way. And it's like a bag with like green holly on it. And the last person was who?
I was thinking Stephanos, because I don't know. I don't think she has, other than her own magic, I don't think she's really has a ton of magical stuff. So I think these things could help her.
All right, tactical sack coming your way.
Sure, she has it.
Perfect. All right, now.
Do we get our, sorry, quick question. Do we get our HP reset on this mission for Santa? Because I know Tempe is
Yeah, you're going to get a long rest.
Than...
During your trip here. Don't forget, you're in a carriage right now, officially. With Argyle, you guys are going to you're gonna take a quick nap and arrive at 8:30. All right.
Cool.
So, we're going to go in order now, starting at the top. Tyros, you're going to roll a series of dice. All right, so you got the Santa's sack, right?
Yep.
One of them? Okay. All right,
yep.
So you get, I need you to roll a 1d4. All right, so it's a 4. So you're going to get a gold ornament of Holiday Havoc.
Oh.
Coming your way. Roll a 1d4.
Okay.
You're getting a blue ornament of shrapnel cheer. And one more. And that was a 2. You're getting a red ornament of festive containment. Feel free to read them and know what they do.
Nice.
All right, Dinjarin.
Ready?
Roll a 1d4. You're getting a Holiday Havoc.
Nice.
Again. Another Holiday Havoc coming your way. Again. And a red ornament of festive cheer. That takes care of you. This is for Stephanos. I need 3 d4s, basically.
Okay, let me figure out how I choose her really quick. Sure,
Does it have to be from her?
And you can just roll them. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
There.
Whoa, nice.
Oh, no.
4, 4, 1.
I can't. You have to roll them one at a time because each one represents an ornament. Yeah.
Well, it's 4, 4, and 1. If you want me
okay.
to roll it, I'm happy.
No, that's fine. Okay, 4, 4,
and 1.
And 1. It's funny, no one's gotten a 3. All right. Next up
what
is.
Was the 1?
What's that?
What was the 1? We heard 4s and 2s, but what was the? What type of ornament was the 1?
Oh, blue ornament of shrapnel cheer. I want to make sure I put the right one in there.
Cool.
So I had, just looking at my Santa's tactical sack, I rolled a 1, 2, and a 4, but I've only got 2 different types of ornaments.
No, you don't. The other ones will be in your inventory.
Oh, they're in my inventory, not inside. Oh, I see.
Yeah, the sack had some stuff in it, and you can move things in and out of the sack if you want.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, this is extra stuff. All right, this is for Tempe. No one's controlling Tempe, right?
No.
I think I am right now, still from last time.
All right, roll me 3 d4, please. And I need to know what they are, each one of them. So, or you can just roll 3 and then it shows you all of them together. I didn't know that was a thing.
Because I was wrong at everything that Stephanos has. She has a lot of stuff, actually.
So 4. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know what that is. So 4 was the first one.
Yeah, why are you doing a +3? 4 is the first one.
Sorry, I thought that was adding more rolls to the dice, so never mind.
All right, so a 4 was the first
Now I
one.
know.
Next one.
Or 3 and a 3.
Ooh, good. 3 and 3. You got a gold ornament of havoc and 2 festival fogs, or festive fogs, and then that leaves us with Toph. Oh wait, Toph already did hers.
No, I don't think I did. Did I?
Nope.
No, she rolled for.
Oh, you rolled for someone else. Okay, yeah. So roll your 3d4 now. A 1.
1. A 3.
3. Finally a 3.
And another 1.
1, 3, 1. All right. So blue ornament of shrapnel cheer. Green ornament of festive fog. And a blue ornament of cheer. And there are 6 of you, correct? Or is it 5?
Yeah. That's,
There's 5 of you.
oh, 5.
Yeah,
All right.
there's no glory.
All right. So everyone roll a d6 and keep track of your numbers. And I'm looking for anyone, or I just need to know who gets a 3 or gets a 5.
Really quick, I didn't see. I only saw the 2 gold ornaments of Holiday Havoc in Stephanos. I didn't see the third one, which was the. I don't see it in her inventory.
What was it?
I think she had rolled a 1.
Blue ornament of shrapnel cheer. BLUE. Oh, it's not showing up. What's up with that?
Did it accidentally get put in mine? In Dinjarin by accident?
Okay, hold on. Something weird's happening. Well, in her sack, she has 6 blue ornaments of tactical cheer now. Maybe it did put him in her sack?
Maybe it. Let me look. Is that not open? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Yeah. Maybe it went in her sack. In Santa's tactical sack instead.
Yeah, most of mine ended up in the sack except for the gold ornament of Holiday Havoc. That was the one I was looking for.
The red.
And that's probably what happened. Is it went in Santa's sack.
Green, gold, blue. Okay. All right, so it sounds like we're all straightened out. All right, so the last thing we need to do is I'm going to clear the chat. Oh, wait, you already rolled your 6, Toph?
Yes, I got a 3.
Okay, so 3 and 5s. So, okay, so Toph. Now, next person roll.
I'll roll. I got a 5.
Wow. Okay. Tyros. Next.
Okay. Dinjarin's rolling. I got a
Okay.
6.
A 6. Now.
Stephanos is rolling. She got a 1.
Okay. And then Tempe.
Give me 1 second. And Tempe
2. Okay.
got
So
a 2.
so Toph and Tyros get bonus gifts because they got the 3s and the 5s. So Toph, you get. Where's it at? Red wrapping ribbon of combustion. Now you'll want to read about that, and Tyros, you get the same thing. And what's interesting about this, if you look at the description, is you can use it to bundle ornaments and use it like a fuse or any number of things. So there you go.
Very cool.
All right. So now as you guys are clickety-clacking your way through, Argyle shares a few things that he's learned. He said, he's like, hey, did Santa mention that the decorated trees sometime have gifts?
Yeah, you did.
It's an old school investigation check to see if you get one. Alrighty. And sometimes, if you wish real hard, that tree might give you what you're asking for. Depends. It depends on how strong your roll is. From nothing to random gift to a specific thing that you're thinking about. Any number of things could happen. But it would be one of these ornament type things, just so you know. You can't wish for world peace. All right. So that's
Hans
number one.
Gruber, right?
Yeah. And number two, Doodly Doo, the elf, right? Came back unscathed. Doodly Doo, quite a proud moment for the elves, doing all that reconnaissance. Not only did she deposit some stuff in these trees, but also figured a few things out. When she was there in the Great Hall, they were holding a group of hostages. Hans Gruber was there. The rest of the bad guys were there. Now this was hours ago, so who knows if they're still there or what has happened. She also knows that there's something going on the roof of the castle, and it's no good. So she found that out. And the last thing was she heard the Hans Gruber negotiating with the Flan city guard, and asking for a bunch of really crazy things, like 100 of Madame Fiona's pizza scones, right? Asked for a bunch of random prisoners to be released. Everyone from sort of notorious criminals to people that had just drunk drivers, right? Like it was just random. Doesn't make a lot of sense. So we're not exactly sure what their end game is here. But we do know they're up to no good.
I mean, pizza scones is not crazy, especially when she makes the best scones around. So.
Well, I wouldn't mind a piece of scone. I'm kind of hungry, you guys. So
Yep.
we should be pulling in at about 8:30 p.m. I encourage you guys to get some rest. Do you have any final questions?
Did the elf know, get a sense of how many mercenaries there were?
Yes.
Besides just Hans Gruber?
She counted at least 20.
Okay.
And some of them looked like doofy as hell, and others looked pretty badass. So,
Okay.
So there's it's a mix of mercenaries.
Good to know.
So why don't you guys kick back, get a little bit of rest, and I'll shake the sleep from your eyes shortly.
Good to know.
You can ask me more questions later. Okay, so let me long rest you guys. And Stefanos. Tempe. And one more. That would be Tyros. All right. Enjoy your long rest.
So refreshing.
And you may notice that it is 8:30 p.m. Now, the first thing I gotta ask you, does everyone have vision on this scene?
Yes. I can see it.
Do we just finish our long rest, or do we have to roll anything?
No, you can just
I've
finish
got
it.
several dice to roll. Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah, you can just finish it. All right. So tell me when you guys are all rested.
I am all done for my two characters.
All right, so Argyle,
As are mine.
Argyle pulls up, silently as far as he can to the castle, and then sort of walks you guys to a clearing. So let me get here. There we go. There's my narrative. So as you step into the shadowy embrace of the Nakatomi Castle woods, the towering trees loom like ancient sentinels. The moonlight filters through the canopy, casting eerie patterns on the forest floor. The scent of pine and damp earth fills the air, mingling with distant howl of a wolf. Somewhere in the darkness, the crack of 2 twigs signals the presence of an unseen foe. You must tread carefully, for these woods are alive with danger and secrets. Now let me give you a little preview. There he is. So this forest is a labyrinth of twisted roots and gnarled branches. Each step is a potential misstep into the unknown. The mercenaries are cunning, using the terrain to their advantage. Their eyes are watchful for intruders, yet hidden paths offer hope, leading the brave and the bolder closer to the castle's heart. Sergeant Al Powell steps up. Stay sharp, folks. The woods are crawling with mercs. They're not here for a picnic. So originally I had generated that guy trying to hold a Twinkie, but I was no success with Twinkie, so he got a cup of coffee. Because as you remember in the movie, he's eating Twinkies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm impressed that you could actually read the word city guard now. Like,
yeah, that was a
it's been a
random
while
thing.
since mid-journey.
Yeah, this was actually Dolly. Almost all of
Dolly.
these were Dolly. So, and I have both, but anyway. So, yeah, he's letting you know, like, you can see what's going on, right? Like, let me see what your vision is.
Yeah, I could see.
Hold on, Control G for me. All right. Yeah, so it's night. You can see there's a frozen river in front of you. You see a couple of Christmas trees flanking a pathway. On that pathway, you should be able to see that there's a couple of guards. Now, what Powell tells you is do not trust those guards. Right? He got into a world of hurt because he approached the gate to check out a report that something was going on, and he doesn't think these are genuine guards. He thinks that these are the mercenaries pretending to be guards, so they're not to be trusted. Now you could use that to your advantage, play dumb, or find some other way in. But what he's telling you is it is now 8:32, and you need to free some hostages. You need to thwart whatever the big plan is. And he's received word that John McLane's wife is one of the hostages. And that's why John was here. So Holly McLane, good Christmas name. Holly McLane is bundled with the hostages. As of the last report, Hans Gruber doesn't know that she's John McLane's wife, but who knows what has transpired since then. So you have 3 goals. Or you could choose to just focus on one. I don't care. But at midnight, something happens.
So we have save lives, save the castle, and what is the third goal? Basically defeat the villains?
So
Yeah.
save the hostages. Stop whatever they're doing, whatever their plans are.
Right, okay, yeah.
And save
And
Holly.
save the castle.
Well,
Jump out of the castle tied to a rope and swing down 1 level and break into a window.
It could be. So, like, just to be clear, there's you freeing the hostages that are being held in a great hall, making sure that if you free one hostage, John McLane would prefer it was Holly. So Holly's probably a specific goal, and then thwarting whatever their big plan is. So those 3 things. In importance order, to John McLane, it's probably Holly. From an overall perspective, it's probably whatever the big plan is. If you are one of those hostages, you're the top priority. So, you guys are going to have to be thoughtful and do what you need to do. Now, what you're presented with here is an outer wall. And there's an outer wall, and beyond that wall is the castle. This is not the front of the castle. This is the outer wall that surrounds the castle. So Al tells you, you could try going across the gate. You could try sneaking across. There's guards that patrol the castle, right? They walk up and down, they walk all along that thing, and it's really up to you. But balance speed, efficiency, and stealth with whatever you do. Al's gonna stick tight here. He's got a sending stone. He occasionally is communicating with McLane through, the vagaries that is a sending stone. He asks if you guys have any equipment that might be beneficial. If so, think about it. Someone had mentioned to him that you have Santa hats, but, you had to have been attuned to those. If you haven't been attuned to them, those aren't going to be no good.
Yeah, I think I am attuned to mine. I don't know about the rest of you.
I think I am. I have a lot of magic items.
Well, it depends on... So to use the Santa hats, if you remember, the Santa hat, any Santa hat can draw all of the other Santa hats to it a certain number of times. But for that to have happened, you have had to sit around a campfire, drinking the cocoa that you were given, and sharing life stories. So in the last year, did that happen?
That did happen.
Did it?
Yeah, we did.
It did happen. We attuned, but if we unattune, do we have to go through the same procedure again?
You sure do.
Okay, so I'm unattuned.
I think I'm still attuned. I'm checking to see if it's recorded that way. But yeah, we actually roleplayed it. We told stories to each other.
That's true. You did. Now I remember. Yeah, the other group did not.
So just to make sure, the little gear, black gear, means you're attuned to something?
I have to see what you see. Hold on.
Yeah.
No,
mine
it's
says-
the shield. Oh, it is the gear. Yeah,
It's the gear.
the gear.
Okay. But the gear has to be black, right? Not gray.
Has to be black.
Yep.
Correct.
I unattuned, so Stephanos
I'm-
is attuned. I'm
I'm
unattuned.
still attuned.
Yeah, so some of you, so it'll work for some of you and not others. But that's just knowledge that you guys should use to your advantage. It's 8:35. I'm
Should
waiting.
we,
I'm waiting for you to tell me what you want to do.
I wanna, like, can we see, like, is the ice seem like it's thin, or is it seem pretty,
It's so cold.
like, could I walk across the ice?
It's clearly solid.
Okay. And is there, like, can we get a sense of how far the guards could see down, like, the river?
You can. Hold on. Let me have you roll. You're asking that question, Dinjarin, right?
Yes. I'm kind of thinking out loud to the group, like, I wonder how far down they could see. Like, could we go south and maybe be out of the view of the guards, far enough down to be out of the view of the guards, so if we wanted to sneak over. And I got no idea. Sure, that looks good to me, guys.
All you know with your fumble is that they look like humanoid.
Not only did I roll a 1 because of my modifiers, I have a -1. I'm just like, oh, well, there's something on that bridge, guys. I don't know what it is. I know he said there's guards, but I'm not sure.
I think they're just guards. It is cold and blustery, and Tyros really wants to look at one of those Christmas trees. And time is of essence.
All right.
Should we walk? Do we want to sneak in, or do we want to try to go through the front, or do we want to split up? Some of us try to sneak in, and some of us distract the guards by going up to the front.
So, Tyros, you take one step forward, and Al holds up his hands and says, whoa. Just think everything through, right? Every minute you spend monkeying around on one thing is a minute you don't have for something else. So if you want to go full frontal assault, on the gates, just remember that time you don't get back, and at midnight something's going to happen. I'm not saying to do one thing or the other. Maybe you're murder machines and you can just blaze your way through quickly. Maybe you're not great at stealth, or maybe, that's just like how you want to roll, because you never know. There could be something very useful in that tower. So on each side of the walkway is a tower.
Okay.
Okay, so the guards are 60 feet from us. Approximately.
Yeah, so you're hidden right now by trees. By that, as soon as you walk out from those dead trees, even though there's like, it's snowy enough and it's foggy enough, if you see them, they can probably see you. Less dark vision, so assume that they can see a good 30 feet, just sort of passively. And if they have dark vision, they can see longer. Or if they have, you know, true vision, or like there's different kinds of, like maybe they see heat, right? Who knows?
What do you think, guys? Should we sneak up and take them out, or casually walk up the front, pretending we don't even know what's going on?
I'm not so good with pretending usually, and I do like smashing, so we could sneak, or maybe we just go fight them. I'm down for whatever. Do you think the hostages would get killed if we just went straight at this, killing people?
I think
Are you
if they
asking
can
me?
communicate,
You asking Al? Who you asking that question to?
I was asking my team.
Oh, okay.
Argyle.
You can use one of my red ornaments of festive containment, throw it at them, and they will get trapped within a sphere for at least up to 2 minutes.
2 minutes isn't enough. It'd be cool if it could take them out of play, though.
Yeah, but it could at least be enough for us to get in, right?
yeah, we don't want to alert the main leader very quickly.
Santa also wants us to minimize, if not have no lives taken, if I remember correctly.
Is that bad guys or the hostages?
He was mostly concerned with the hostages, but you know he loves everyone, so he's not going to encourage you to murder unless you have to. Now, Tyros, I will call something that I haven't called out in quite a while. You are a rogue, and your resting state is not full frontal assault. So just like you're we don't really talk about this much because you're typically in a cave, it seems. But when you guys are playing your characters, make sure you're being mindful of their nature, right? Like, Toph would totally just walk up and start hitting stuff, but that probably wouldn't be your predisposition, Tyros. I wanted to call that out because we don't really talk about that as much right now.
I was gonna say I say we go down towards the south and try to cross the ice river as far away from where those two could see. Just take it slow, make sure there are not super slow, but just make sure there's no one up at the top that could see us, and then we could maybe cross and see if there's another way to get in.
So from what you guys see, if you're heading south, you see there's a tree line. So any place that you see a branch will give you full cover. As soon as you step out here, you're not in full cover, but that might be okay because that's far enough away with the snow and the fog that maybe down here no one will see you. But as you change, as you move, you will see more or less of other things, right? So, you know, who knows what's going on. Now, you know, Al does lean over and say, now, check it out. The north wall is pretty much just a wall, but according to Doodly-Doo, there's some supplies, some guards that, you know, sort of meander around the supply area. They're sort of guarding these crates or whatever for whatever reason. And to the south, there is a lookout. There's a sort of a round battlement with a beautiful Christmas tree on top. It's hard to make out from here, but once you get closer, you'll see it. They will see you before you see them, you know, unless you're really smart about it. So depending on which way you go, you're going to encounter different things. Doodly-Doo felt the southern was more doable because once you get down to that battlement, if you make it there, you can use it as sort of cover for anyone that might, you know, walk along the road, right? You can sort of hide behind the battlement. But you know, that's really all Doodly-Doo said. Less guards to the south, but you know, that intel's only as good as Doodly-Doo, and that was hours ago.
I say we go south then, because what I could do. Quickly, let me get past darkness?
It's 8:45.
That should give us some cover.
Let's do it.
It looks like there's a lot of trees. I don't know if do you want to waste that right now? Just trying to get into the castle?
I'm going to have you roll something, Tyros, since you asked that question. 1 second.
Oh. Get my bad rolls out of the way now.
All right. Anyone else have questions about Dinjarin's plan before I stop with the rolls? You're all good.
I'm good.
All right.
Now remember, I'm the least intelligent out of all of us, I believe. So, you know.
Yeah, but I'm not very far behind you. I don't think. Look.
I think
Yeah,
I think you made a good point, Dinjarin. I'm gonna have you do this as well, Dinjarin. Not a check. It's a Dinjarin. Boom. Insight, and this is just to see if you challenge your own plan, based on what you just said.
Ooh.
So Dinjarin
Surprisingly,
Dinjarin is thinking things like, caused pause by Tyros questioning the plan. Is it really the right thing? And Dinjarin, you think for a second, you think, well, wait a minute. The snow is white. There's moonlight. There's fog. Everything is white. If I were to cast darkness, would a sudden dark area just appearing in the sea of white cause the gaze of potential guards? Would they come and investigate? I think they just might. Is black on white really a good idea?
I had an insightful moment, guys. The more I think about it, I don't think casting a really dark area in a really white, snowy field probably makes sense. But I do think we should follow what the elf's advice and still head towards the south and go that way.
All
I
right,
am
do it.
all for heading south.
I won't cast darkness.
And we're gonna try and sneak, but we're also kind of far away, so hopefully we don't have to do very well at that.
So you have you can make it all the way to the southern tree without. You can just move your characters there and stack up however you want without rolling anything. If you cross into this area, though, as you're moving, I'm going to pause it, and we're going to roll to see if anyone notices you. So as long as you stay in the tree lines.
What about right there where like the trees kind of, there's like an opening between those two trees?
You will roll right here. You will not roll right here.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Not to be a dick about this, but
No.
No, it's all fair game. All right, shall we move?
Yeah, is free movement turned on?
it
Let's
is.
do it.
It is. This is one of those moments where you want to drag in like smaller segments. There, I was wondering if Toph was going to go straight. I was getting ready to call in the dogs.
I'm trying. I'm not the sneaky one, but I try to follow
Now,
others.
Al whispers to Tempe, "Hey man, if you guys are heading south, did you want me to maybe try to distract them to the north?"
Tempe talks to Argyle. Is like, have they seen you before? Do they know you?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't walk up to the gate, but I can make a racket up north, and maybe draw some of their attention.
I would say, well, you're not talking to me. I'm sorry.
No, it's pure Tempe. You guys all walked away.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea, Argyle, but at the same time,
No,
we
I'm
might
Al.
need you.
I'm Al. I'm not Argyle.
Al.
Racist comment.
Oh, Al. Sorry. Yeah, Al, actually, if we've got Argyle coming with us, if you want to go up north a little bit, Al,
Whoa.
I think, and create...
Argyle's not going with anybody. Santa
Argyle's
paid
not
me
going
for
nowhere?
transport. Santa paid me for transport. I'm here. I'm waiting for you. when you're ready to roll, I'm with you. I'll be cheerleading you from the sidelines, but Argyle's not going with you. Yeah, so neither of these guys is going with you.
Okay. Have we got any way to communicate with Al?
Do you?
So I don't think we talked about that. All of us are away, so it's purely just Tempe at this point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Do you happen to have a communication stone by any chance?
I do. I have a sending stone that is attuned with a second sending stone that that my friend John McLane and I exchanged like years ago.
Al, if you could share one of those stones with me, so that you and I can kind of talk as we're around, that would be most helpful.
You misunderstand. I've been communicating with
John
John
has
McLane.
the other.
He has the other stone.
Oh, I see.
Now,
I see.
if you have
Okay.
a couple of stones, you can give me one.
Let me check my inventory very quickly. I know I've only got one stone. I don't think I have two.
Well, your party has two. I can grab one from them if you're willing to give it up. It's up to you. If you feel like it'd be useful to have a man on the outside who can communicate with John McLane, you let me know.
Yeah, it would definitely be useful.
Yeah.
Do you think it would make sense if we had the stone to communicate with John, or he doesn't know who we are, does he?
Well, see, you couldn't
Yeah.
communicate with John. He doesn't have the other stone. You actually have to. You both have to like exchange stones together.
I see.
So, if you look in your inventory, your stone probably has a number with it.
Sending stone, pair 2.
So somehow you would have to tell us without being loud to come and give him what I'm mitigating. Sorry.
Yes.
Or do I-
So Tempe could easily make his way down and back. Like, I'm not going to make you move your character then move it back. If that's what you guys want to do, role play it. Like, but it's just going to take 5 minutes.
Yeah, do I know who I'm attuned with, or who has the other
I don't think we
stone?
do.
You do. If you guys all look in your inventory, you can see who has 2. Right?
Okay.
So Tempe has sending stone pair 2. So you're looking
you know
for
what?
Yeah.
Stephanos
Yeah.
has. If you come and tell us, Stephanos actually has both pairs of number 3 pair. So Stephanos could give one.
So I'm not going to really remove it, but if you want this to be a thing, then Al has 3 as one of the 3s, and Stephanos has one of the 3s, and you can use the sending stones to communicate.
Okay, we did that then. We'll say we did that. We could move forward
Okay.
5 minutes. We did that.
Right.
And then Stephanos also told Tempe to say, like, yeah, it sounds like Al said he's willing to make some ruckus up north. Let's have him do that so that we can have an easier time sneaking across.
Awesome. So that took 5 minutes, that exchange. So it's now at 8:50. Al's going to head to the north, and he's like, give me a minute to sort of get into plane, and then I'm going to shake some trees and move some stuff around. Right? And sort of go from there. So so Al heads up to the north. Heads down road a little bit, just so he doesn't, not seeing cross end, and he gets into this clump of trees, and Argyle is going to stay right where he was at, doing his thing. Argyle's he's taking pulls off of a bottle of wine that he brought, right? He's got his Christmas Eve, Santa hat on. He's making the most of this, right? He wishes he could build a little fire for some marshmallows and some cocoa, but he can't. So he's just going to hang tight. Now, the rest of you, you give Al some time, and off in the distance, you hear some rattling, and you hear, a little, huh? From some of the guards, and I gotta roll something. You won't know what it means. All right. All right. So your passive insight lets you know that really anyone north of that path, if they heard Al, is probably either going to investigate, or at least sort of like up on the wall, the north wall, looking, like keeping an eye out. he's sort of drawn their attention, right? Now he doesn't want to draw too much attention. In fact, you see two characters. You see one sort of dunderhead, sort of heading out by those trees, just sort of stepping in front of them, looking around, going like, what's that going on? You see another guy sort of go halfway. The middle guy, let's show you his photo. You know, when Al was describing people, why can't I? There it is. Okay. And share. So this here is Eddie. Clearly not wearing the guard's uniform that he's supposed to, right, from what you can see. This is probably one of the mercenaries, one of Gruber's right-hand men. Probably more formidable than your normal peons, your normal goons. So you definitely want to steer clear of Eddie if you can. And now we're back. Go ahead.
He was the one that went halfway.
Yeah, so he's sort of stopped. He's looking. I'll aim his character. He's looking off towards the sound, so his back is to you.
Okay.
Now, from where you're standing, you guys, you do see off in the distance on the tower, there's arrow slots, right? And you see light coming from an arrow slot. You see one arrow slot here. You see one arrow slot here. And you see one arrow slot here, and you assume there's one on the other side as well, but you can't see it from where you're at. So there's an arrow slot sort of at a 45-degree angle. So really anything in this general area where I'm pinging, they're watching that area. They're looking for people that are sort of heading towards the tower, or potentially towards the wall. They're less concerned with the wall. Hold on, let me roll something for myself. Oh. So I am going to give this to you. So just your insight says they're not paying too much attention to any area beyond here because they know there's a guard up here. This area is already being guarded, right? So long as you can make your way safely here, you'll be good to go. The question is, how are you going to find out where that guard is? Because, you know, vision's proximity, right? So until you get closer, you're not going to be able to see up on top.
I whisper to everybody, hey, I think I could sneak across. I'm pretty good at sneaky. Should I go across first and sneak across?
Yes.
I think I would suggest maybe I sneak first, being a rogue. This is part of my nature.
You
Toph,
guys should hold hands and go together.
Toph, how is your intelligence pretty low too?
Yeah, it's not horrible. It's average. I have an 11, so.
Let me ask you this: Would looking at someone wearing full armor, suggesting they could be stealthy, would your character know that that's dumb? Because he wouldn't know it's dumb. I'm just curious. Do you think yours would know it's dumb?
I think I would know it was dumb and not care because I'm about to have to do it right afterwards anyway.
Got it. All right.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. That makes. I think. Yeah. Perfect. I'm glad I asked that clarifying question.
Yeah. And I would honestly think like, no, I'm still. I could do it, guys. Come on, I could do this.
I don't think so. Think back to caves.
Back to cave.
Remember what happened.
Oh, you know, Aaron doesn't know that story.
I'll let you go, Tyro. So I realized my leg. I pulled a hamstring. Maybe I
Pulled a hammy.
can't go as quite as quietly. So I'll let you go this time. Just this.
All right. So,
All right.
So Stefanos feels her stone vibrate. Oh goodness.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on. I just realized one piece of the sending stone that I'm gonna have to make a ruling on. Sending stones can only be used once per day.
Oh.
Oh, that's right too.
They're not walkie-talkies.
So,
No.
but I'm gonna change this for all intents and purposes because of Santa's magic. So I'll let you use them once every half hour.
Nice.
Okay, that sounds good.
And it's up to 25 words once every half hour.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Now we know the rules. I just wanted to verify that. Yeah, otherwise it would just be this useful tool to talk to people all the time as much as you wanted. That's why I looked it up. I'm like, there has to be a limit. All right, anyway. So, Tyros, you're going to stealth?
I'm going to stealth. Yeah, and this is probably going to be the last thing I do before I have to go pick up the kiddo.
All right.
But I am going to stealth my way to the tree that is here, if you see my pings.
Yep. And
this is where I want to get to.
Here we go.
All right. Ah, there it is.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
You have a modifier like nothing.
Yeah.
That was
that was kind of my reminding Tyros that he's a rogue and reconnaissance is his jam. So, I'll let you move twice. I'll let you move twice your distance for that roll.
Okay.
So as long as you land under cover. I don't know if you can...
So stealth is normally half of your normal roll. So basically, I do my normal.
Your normal
right?
one, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So that should be 30. I can't tell. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yep, you just made it to the trees. Now, you can see shadows moving up there. You can't see across that yet, but you can see shadows moving up on that. Did you want to move closer? Where are you trying to get to? Like right around here?
Yeah.
This tree here?
Yes. Yeah. So how high? Like, is it a very high cliff that I have to walk up, or is it just a shallow embankment?
Right here. It's just it's an embankment. That's all.
Oh, okay.
You're fine.
So I can.
I'm not doing rough terrain on this. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I will get myself out of the way, and...
Well, do you want to... Oh, I guess I can't tell you anything.
I'm going to stop here for a second and just have a look around.
All right, so I believe you can see something up here, right?
Yeah, can I say what I see?
Well, you can say it, but they can't hear you.
Right, oh, okay. But I don't want to talk loudly and give something
right.
away.
And the way your vision works is you know that that's a person up there. You're sensing there's a person up there. You can't see them completely, but when you get closer, you think you'll be able to. And you're welcome to move here as much as you want. As a matter of fact, you're seeing that. I'm assuming you're seeing that thing move.
Yep.
And you're hearing footsteps, and they're walking, and you're seeing them. They're walking. Now they're out of your vision range now. But,
yeah, even the sound would be out of my range.
Yeah, so now they're out of your range, but what they're doing is you've intuitively already know, like, they're patrolling. They're going up and down the wall, and right now they're heading north, away from you.
Okay. All right, so with that, then I shall move myself right here by this wall. So I am right in typical Tyros fashion, in a crook, wedged part of the darkness.
And you should be able to see on that wall now, right?
Let me see how far out I can see. I can't see too much further south. It's like the map.
Yeah, no, but move back from where you were.
By the way,
oh yeah. So here I can see now. Oops.
Oops,
I went into the wall. How do I do a half a move?
There it is.
There we go.
Yeah, yep. So now you're seeing, because you're close enough that you're able to sort of see and hear what's going on, and you have this guard, right, that's sort of making his way around, and then when he gets to a certain place, he pauses, he looks around. This time he's heading down. Now you're in the dark shadows, so oops. Sometimes I don't drive well either.
You saw the guard fall off the edge.
Yeah, exactly. So, and are you guys seeing that too?
I just saw when the guard came off the edge. That was all I could see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Tyros, you know he's heading back. he's in his guard,
Yeah.
so he spends about 30 seconds in each of his guard points. Right, so you can hand
Okay.
signal the rest of the group, and then I think in real life you've got to go.
Yeah, I am. Dinjarin is close enough to me, I believe, that he can see my hand signals. So I indicate to him, walking up top, 3, 0.
And does that mean that you want them to come while the guard's away, or like does Jinjarin? He doesn't know that sort of thing.
The charge
Right.
just saw those hand signals and said, I think Tyros is saying it's okay to
I was
walk
gonna say,
across
I think that
3 at a time.
I think at that point, your character would go like, "All right, everybody, let's go, go, go," and just start running across.
Oh, and
Tyros,
Sorry,
are you
Tyros
joining us
doesn't
again?
point
Or are you done? Are you done for the day?
I'm gonna let the guys get across. By the time I get back, I think you guys are wrapping up.
All right, it's up to you guys. I don't care either way. So we'll play until these guys want to stop. And it doesn't look like the rest of the party is actually joining us. Did they ever text or anything?
No,
I haven't seen anything. No.
there was like a crazy ask for stuff this week that kind of blew up and they need to have it done by the end of the day today.
Oh, good times.
So
I'll be
yeah,
honest with you.
luckily
I don't care.
I'm not on that pod anymore. So.
Yeah, I don't care. All right, so take care,
All right.
man.
So I've.
Next week, though. So next week, if you guys can arrange that we either start earlier and like we just need to be done with it. I don't want this to go into the new year because it's playing a Christmas episode. Not after the holidays seems weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next
And-
Friday is pretty much a write-off for me, so I'm good. We
Yeah,
can start
yeah.
at noon, play 4 hours, however long we want.
Yeah. Well, maybe if these guys can get you guys to the castle, that would be a good place to start.
I'm,
All right.
I'm actually out pretty soon too. I can play 15 more minutes, but yeah, I can play however long on next Friday.
Awesome.
I'm gonna leave the group to take my character to decide how Tyros would get the rest of the group across without getting caught.
No, I think they're all sprinting
Yeah.
across the snow. To be honest with you. So,
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I halted them really quick.
all right. Okay, so you're
All right.
going. You're
See
going. Whoa,
y'all.
whoa, whoa. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, he saw me starting to run and he's like, whoa!
Like, no.
All right.
I'm outta here.
All right.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, y'all. Have a good weekend. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, you
My
two characters.
interpretation?
What's that?
He said, okay. You like my interpretation? He said it's okay to run across 3 at a time.
Well, he was giving you some pretty complex signals, and my thought was like, your character would be just like, yeah, that makes a lot more sense then. So, Curtis, I think you know what's going on. Hey, give me 1 second.
Maybe we need to do an insight roll to see how we interpret his signals.
I think you have a better chance of understanding what he was saying than I did. Because
Yeah.
I said they're like, huh?
Actual intelligence score.
What is mine?
Yeah.
7.
Oh, dang. So, 10 is average, right? So
Yeah.
technically I'm like a little above average, you know? I could have taken accelerated math in high school, but otherwise, nothing special.
I was definitely the kid who, Dejarin was the kid who was like, I need to be in kindergarten for like 3 years. Like, what?
Oh,
I don't understand what the shape is.
I'm sorry.
But I do my best. I do my
Circle
best.
square thing is just too tough.
It is. Yeah, that was my dump stat, so I was just like, I'm a paladin, which is odd because I'm also a drow, and drows tend to be a little bit on the smarter side usually. They're more intelligent.
Way to defy stereotypes.
Yeah.
Don't let other people tell you what you should be. Yeah, I think I'm pretty balanced as a character, but definitely intelligence was my dump stat. Just maybe not as dramatically.
Yeah, I rolled really bad on that one. Like, when I rolled, I remember I had a couple of rolls that weren't the greatest. And so I was like, oh well. I knew I wanted... What's odd, though, is I have really, really high charisma. So even though I'm not the smartest, people like tend to like me, and I think they feel sorry for me. So they're like, this guy,
Try it.
he seems nice and whatever. Okay, we'll do it.
We'll just give it a try. So is Stephanos joining us?
I don't think they'll be able to.
What they get stuck doing?
The sales team wants a sizzle reel for like a hybrid path to sell another partner on it, but this time instead of just screens, they wanted like a video, and so they gathered all the screens to make the video, and when the partners saw like the concept, they're like, that's not enough, and so now they're trying to design experiences that don't exist by the end of day today in order to create a video that they could sell them on next week.
God, I hate that method of working. So stressful.
It is, and it's a horrible timing for me because I'm like, it's my pod doing most of the work, and I'm like, well, sorry guys, it's like, I'm done. So.
Tough. That is really tough. Blech. Yeah.
But yeah, I know it's stressing Stephanie out a lot because it was a last minute ask and just we need it ASAP. So and then Adam got pulled into it because he's in our pod, and they needed a lot of stuff from the partner portal world as well.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey there. All right, we'll get you guys over the castle. Sorry. My father-in-law was diagnosed with cancer, really bad. He has a tumor on his throat, and the tumor is so big it pushes against his artery and he passes out. And he just got rushed. He was rushed to the emergency room on Thanksgiving, got rushed again there last night. The doctor there is a complete douche, which is a phrase I haven't said since high school, and will not transfer him to the hospital that's going to give him the surgery he needs to take care of it, because he thinks it's ridiculous. That was his rationale. It's ridiculous. And, like, he's just the the doctor that wanders the halls. He's not related to any of this, but he has to approve it. So anyway, I'm gonna get you guys in. When you guys in, we'll be in. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's bad. You know, there's a reason that people do feel horrible things about healthcare and have little empathy for anyone involved in it. So it's really sad.
Yeah.
All right, so I do want to say, here's what you see, real quick. So the southern lookout tower looms ahead at you guys as you guys are going to make your way across, right? And you are free right now to move your characters across the way. Even David's woeing you, Dinjaron, you were already blazing ahead. The good news is that the guard is literally not looking your way. Everyone's looking to the north. So you have a window of about 30 seconds to make your way across, right? The only thing I'll have you guys do is when your character moves across, roll a 20, and if you fumble, then you trip, and then we'll see if they see you or not, right?
I will think.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I will say that I probably would have already started.
Okay, so Toph, I'm gonna move your character to right about here.
I'm not even sure I made it out of the bush.
Yeah, you move to about here, free movement, and then we'll take care of you. Dinjaron, you want to go?
I was just about to say, like, I would have already started running, and I was gonna try to stop in the tree line somewhere, but
I think we said here. I don't remember.
I'll move Stephanos.
Okay, I got a 16.
Can you roll for Stephanos?
Yeah.
Sure you don't want me to roll for?
And then someone roll for Tempe. I don't care who.
I'll roll.
She got a 9.
We got it, not a 1.
All right, and that's everybody other than Toph. All right, Toph. You are going to roll a stealth check.
Oh, great.
I'm sure you're really good at those. Being
yeah.
a barbarian and all.
Especially with the whole kit I have. That's what you want. Hey,
Request?
Timpy. All right.
It's very low DC, and it's really just how much of a do you do when you fall. So can you beat a 5?
Oh,
I think I did.
you did.
You did. All right, so you can move the rest of the way.
Thank you.
And as you do that, the guard starts making their way back around and takes their lookout position here, sort of keeping an eye on what's going on. So you all can see that little. If you're close within 5 feet of the wall, like so, I'll move you here, Toph. You can suddenly see, right? Because you're right on the wall. You can see there's a guard up there. The wall is about 30 feet tall. Hey, I didn't realize that Adam joined. Hey, man.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
We're good. We're almost done.
So are me and Stephanie. We wanted to pop in and say hello.
Well, I appreciate that. The wall's about 30 feet tall, right? It's climbable if you have rope or whatever else. I don't know if you have any magical flying items. None of you can fly. This would have been a great time to have Melan still. The other party has a magic carpet and all sorts of other stuff. So like they basically had an elevator.
I too have something that could lift us up.
Well, that's a good thing to think about.
Yeah.
So Lariat's done 30 seconds. I'm moving time ahead. It's now 9 o'clock, and then I will give Adam a quick overview. So Adam, well, I will show him the screen just so he knows. So it's gonna warp you guys away for just a second. Welcome to Yippee Yule, a die-hard holiday adventure. So you guys are at the Nakatomi Castle. Santa's engaged you yet again. You had a long rest on the way here. You're trying to free the hostages. They were last seen in a great hall. You're trying to ensure that Holly McLane's husband's not killed. And there's some big scheme plan happening. You don't know what it is yet. You need to uncover what it is and stop it. And at midnight, whatever that scheme is, happens. So you're time bound, because I found that it's more fun when there's a time component. All right, going back into where we were. So back here, we're probably going to end here in about a minute. This is probably a good place to have everyone. You're all grouped up against the wall. Al, the cop, has distracted the majority of the guards. What you see and what Tyro sees is he sees a guard here, and he sees a second guard patrolling over here. Okay? Arguably, he hears that guard. He doesn't really see that guard. So there's pretty much 2 guards against the 5 of you in this area for now. Now, as soon as Al, as soon as that ruckus is, either discovered not to be a thing, or they discover Al or whoever, the rest of the guards might come back this way. And there's a good number of guards in this area. You also, as you guys ran across the snow, saw that there's a guard in this watchtower looking at that arrow slot, because you saw his shadows breaking the light on the snow. So there's someone up there looking. So if you guys investigate these towers, there's likely people in them. Whether it's worth it or not, I leave to you. And here is the image of the guard tower, just so you have a nice reference. Dude looking around. There's Melan off in the distance, he says jokingly. There you go. Questions?
None, but just as a recap, for the recap, so that if I do watch it back for next week, my shield can fly, so we can use that.
Have you ever leveraged that before?
No, I haven't. We really haven't had an opportunity to leverage that yet.
Well, here you go. That sounds like you might have the beginnings of a great plan. I don't want to move really too much. Like, we can go beyond the wall, but like, it feels like it'd be more fun if everyone else was here, since we've lost.
Yeah, I think this is a good stopping point. I was just putting it on the recording so that I remember next time.
So when we play next, we will end this campaign, so there will be no third part. So move quickly through, or the big reveal will happen, right? Because this is we're doing a 2-shot. It's solvable in an hour, realistically in under 3 hours, but the way sometimes people play it, 12 hours. So, like, to be fair, you guys spent a half an hour in the woods talking about how you might get to this point. So, the other party did too. The other party took an hour to get here. An hour to get to this point.
So we're tracking better than the other party.
You are on this for this scenario. You are. I also knew what kind of hints to give you to help you a little bit, right? Tempe, as much as you like to kill stuff, there's going to be a good amount of potential killing in this campaign. But what you've learned is that avoid anything that's going to slow you down. You want to free the hostages, protect Holly, and stop the big plan. And if that means that there's a room full of people that you don't explore or you don't go to an area, that's fine. Now, I have written and coded it. Like, anywhere you go, I've got a story, I've got stuff. So you don't avoid anything on my behalf as a GM. But just know that I'm not going to be brokenhearted if you guys don't explore every nook and cranny of this building.
Okay, good to know.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely got to break into the candy station.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, as an archer, I'll be shooting the glass wherever I see it.
There you go.
And
yeah. Oh,
hopefully I'll get a machine gun.
I forgot to mention one thing, and Dinjarin and Adam and Tempe, you remember this next time. Doodly-doo, part of the reconnaissance was supposed to be, I'm so stupid. Part of the reconnaissance was supposed to be that there's the ground floor where you are, and there's a courtyard in the middle of this castle. And then there's a cellar, the ground floor, a first floor, and a second floor, which is sort of like equal parts roof and second floor. And then that's what we'll know when we play next.
And just really quick, Adam, our Tempe, the other thing is Doodly-doo, an elf who did reconnaissance, also hid presence and potentially hid presence in all of the Christmas trees. So we could take time to look for those presents because they could be helpful item. But
They're in the what? The tapestries?
The Christmas trees, any Christmas
Christmas trees.
Yeah.
That will take time for us to do. So
it's just an investigation. And you also have been given some goods, but we'll catch up everybody next week. But so for the end of this session, you're at the wall. The mission is clear. You have the data that you need to accomplish it, and step one is getting into the courtyard and into the castle, or at least to the castle, like without a ruckus is sort of the goal. Sort of an atypical stealth experience for the Smite Force. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop the recording. Happy to chat, but I'm gonna stop the recording in a second here.